Hey guys, happy Saturday afternoon. It is a cold one here in Iowa, so we're doing some Christmas crafts today. We can do this on any kind of old wood that you've got laying around. If you've got some old boards, you can finish them like this. This happened to be just an old white board that was painted and then weathered outside, and I've had it drying in the garage for a couple years, but today I thought I'd pull it out and make a craft out of it. So anytime you guys have extra wood or stuff laying around, this is just a simple craft that we can take some ribbon and some little embellishments that we have laying around and add those to this. So it's super simple, and usually can do it with something you have around the house. If you don't have a board or reclaimed lumber that you can use, you can always go to Goodwill, go to garage sales, find old ones where people have done these before, and then sand it down, and then you can do the finish. I have a couple of videos on how you can do this weathered white finish. So I think I did some pumpkins a while back that you can watch that video and see how to. You can either take and paint the board a dark color first and then add white on top of it and just distress it with your orbital sander or some sandpaper or whatever. So we'll just start out with our piece of wood, and then we're going to take ribbon. I love this buffalo check. It's my favorite lately, so I've been using it a lot. This roll I got at Michael's. It was $15, but then I get my 40% off coupon, so they may have had 50% off on their stuff, Christmas stuff, I'm not for sure, but this is what we'll use to just tie around any board that you've got. You kind of want to lay it on there first. What we're going to do is wrap it around the front of the board. I'm just getting a rough guesstimate on size for this so we can cut our ribbon off. And then we'll cross the ribbon over like that and bring it back around. So we'll probably need just a little bit more than that, because we're going to tie a bow across the front once we get this all cut off. So that's probably about right for a ribbon. You don't have to be too particular. If it's a little bit short on that, once you get it all wrapped around, you can always tie a bow afterwards and hot glue a bow on top of the ribbon that we're putting on the board. So now we're just gonna take our ribbon, pull it across the front, and it's gonna be like a package. And then, so you can see what I'm doing on the back here, you'll just cross your ribbon like this and come back around the board, like that. And then if you pull this ribbon underneath here, pull that top ribbon through, pull the bottom ribbon through, and then when you tie it together, it'll pull that other ribbon tight so it looks like a package. And then you'll just spread your ribbon out. Get it all evened out. You can hot glue that down anywhere you want to if you want to hold it nice and tight to the board. It's not really necessary. If you wrap it tight enough, you should be fine. So once you've got this where you would tie your bow here, I'm just going to go ahead and add a few things to that first. This greenery, I got it. I think may have been Hobby Lobby. I'm not for sure. It was half off. Yep, it says Hobby Lobby. So $3.99 and half off. So it was $2 for this. And it's a really thin greenery. And I thought it would be really cute for the smaller pieces where I want to make like little wreaths for my, for any kind of centerpiece or any picture that you're making, you can make wreaths out of this. So that's what I bought it for. But on this one, I'm just going to add these green just to give this ribbon a little bit of greenery. So we're just going to go ahead and tie the green around it. Just wrap it around and twist it. It's a wire greenery, so it'll kind of move and stay where it needs to. Not too big of a deal. And then I've seen these done where people have written on it "Jingle All the Way," but I am not good at putting letters on boards after I have my board ready. It's just not my favorite thing to do, but I am still going to add the jingle bells. I thought "Jingle All the Way" on them was a really cute saying on it, but I'll show you guys kind of how I added some jingle bells. This ribbon right here, I bought at Target. They have it on cute spools at Home Goods, or you can buy it pretty much anywhere. They've got it at Walmart. Actually, they even have this at the Dollar Tree I saw the other day. So we're just gonna tie our jingle bells on there. And these jingle bells I got at the dollar store. So just cut off a length of ribbon. And you'll tie on your first jingle bell. And that one I'll go ahead and knot just so it stays on there nice and tight. And we'll go on to our second one. And just so they have a little bit of a gap so you can see the string, maybe not too far apart from each other. And then go ahead and tie that one on. It's not really necessary to tie a knot. You can if you want to ensure that it doesn't go anywhere, but they stay pretty good all by themselves. And then we'll tie a third one on. There again, you don't have to be too particular about it, because just if you do 2 or 3 strands of them and alternate them, you won't really notice too much if they're not exactly the same distance apart all the way across. So go ahead and once you get those 3 on there, cut your end off where you started. And then we're gonna go ahead and hot glue. I'm gonna cut it a little bit further so we don't see quite as much of that. And then go ahead and hot glue your jingle bells. Just pull it tight across the hot glue and let it sit in there. You definitely don't want to stick your finger in that hot glue. That's never a whole lot of fun. But once one of them kind of sticks, you can determine where you want your second set of jingle bells and lay that in that same glue strip. And I kind of want them to alternate just a little bit from each other, so I'm going about like that. Seems about right. Oops. Add a little bit more hot glue to that. And then whatever utensil you guys use to kind of push it down, hold it down, I'm going to use my scissors that I cut my wire ribbon with, because they're not really my best scissors. And just push that down in there and get it to stick down in there while it dries. I'm pretty sure that a lot of the hot glue gun companies have some pretty handy dandy tools for holding stuff down while the glue dries. I just usually use what I have laying around. Just kind of who I am. And then I'm gonna cross that greenery back over top of that just so it holds nice and tight and so that you don't see the hot glue marks. So just like that. And then we'll take our ribbon that we started with and go ahead and tie a bow right over the top of it. And just fluff out your bow. Open that back up. This would be really fun for a fall wreath yet, if you're a fall sign, if you want to do one. If you're not ready to jump into Christmas quite yet, just use some fall colors, and you can do this with the fall stuff too. And there again on this, if you fold your ribbon in half and cut towards the center, that's how you'll get those nice ends like that. Fluff that just a little bit. And then on this one, well, on any of these that you do, you guys at Hobby Lobby, they've got some really cute words that you can buy, some little wooden or cardboard words, and then you can glue those on over here. I'm going to show you guys how I write simple words on it. There's a lot of people that are really good at doing hand lettering and stuff like that. I stink at it. So what I try to do is just do very simple, kind of more contemporary looking letters. So on this one, I'm just going to do a joy. So I'm just going to draw a J on first. This is a charcoal pencil. You can use a regular pencil and just erase it. The charcoal seems to erase a little bit better, and it doesn't cut into the wood as much as a pencil. If you use maybe a little more dull pencil, you won't see the lines of it if you decide to erase it or you don't like the way that it turns out. And then on a lot of the letters, I try to do, like on Y's, I'll bring the Y down a whole lot more and then just have a shorter stem on it. I'm going to show you guys on some of the other letters, like on your E's or your A's. If you're going to do an E, do a really low E where it comes across here. That seems to be kind of a more contemporary look on stuff. I realize that's backwards and upside down for you guys, but like an A, you would kind of come down further, more like here, or on your R's or your B's. Bring this down further and then come down with your stem there. So it just has a little bit more of a contemporary look on your letters. I don't even know how to get that for you guys to be able to see it, but if you can see just on E's or A's, bring your line down a little bit further. On your Y's, we're just coming down a little bit lower on so it has a nice short stem on the bottom. So once we get that drawn on there with our charcoal pencil, I'm just going to come in with some acrylic paint. I just saw today somebody had that you can get this at the dollar store even now, so Walmart has it. That's where I get mine because I usually buy it in bigger containers. They had some really cute brick colored red at Target, their paint. I really love that color. And it goes really well with this buffalo check ribbon. So you're just going to come in with a skinny brush. And just paint back over that chalk line. Don't worry too much if your letters aren't exactly straight because you can come back in with the paint and thicken them up a little bit. Sometimes for me it's just easier to buy words that are already done and paint them and stick them on. We make metal here. We have a plasma table, so we also do custom metal signs, and so a lot of times I'll have my husband cut a piece of metal to put on these just so I don't have to draw words, but some of you guys are much more talented with lettering and can actually do this easily. See how if you see how that O is not straight at all, but as we come back, just fill in kind of where you want it to be a little bit thicker. And fill those letters in, like that. If you guys can hear all the tractors going by today, they're still trying to get the fields cleaned out. We've still got corn across the street from our house yet. They're working hard to get it out, that's for sure. I don't know if you guys can tell I'm shaking on this one so bad too. There we go. Simple, just super simple letters. They don't have to be too much. You guys can do the cursive one. Joy is also a nice easy one to learn how to start doing some of the cursive lettering. I'll show you guys quick. I've got a couple gals that I watch that do this and they're very good at it. I've not gotten the hang of it as well as they do, but you'll come in for like Joy if you want to do it in a cursive lettering. Just come in and just stop at the top of each point to determine where you want to go with the next. And then on these letterings, they just make these parts of the letters thicker. So then once you get that skinny line done, then come back in and thicken it like that. So you can do it in a cursive lettering too. Sorry about that, guys. I had a call come in. So that's really all you have to do. Just tie the ribbon on, add some jingle bells if you want to. This could say jingle all the way. Hobby Lobby has like believe or hope or love or whatever you want to put on this side of the board. You guys can use any lumber. I also get some clearance signs. This one was only $2 at Hobby Lobby when they do their clearance. You can just sand that down and paint it, and then I just do the ribbon just on one side, and then you could put your word like believe or whatever on this side. So just get creative, guys, and have fun with this. It's a really easy project and pretty simple and inexpensive to do. So have a great Saturday. Bye-bye.